Around March and April time, I'm going to be looking to purchase my second car for the channel. I really can't wait. Hopefully next year I can move on to another platform. S3 will not be going anywhere.
Like I said, I really am excited for 2025 just because I've got my eye on something. I think it's the only thing that makes sense in terms of the step up from the S3. There's nothing else that makes sense.
And just like that, we're here today. Welcome everybody to a new journey, a new project that we're going to embark on. Welcome to my YouTube channel, S3Ranj. I hope you're all doing very well. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been with me from the very beginning, I just want to say a massive thank you to you all. Genuinely, I did not think this day would come, and I'm so happy, and literally feels like a mini dream come true, being able to embark on a new project, get a second car, something that I've always wanted as far back as my teenage years. But behind me you can see the OG, my first ever car. A lot of people are surprised when I said my first car was an Audi S3, that I did pass my driving test really late. So this car is super special, and I've had loads of questions, and I always still do. Are you going to sell the S3? Is the S3 for sale? The S3 is not for sale. This car is going to stay with me as a part of my collection forever, ultimately. And the second car that I'm going to share with you in a couple of moments, that as well is going to plan on staying part of my collection now, and hopefully over time I'll be able to get another car and just keep building up my collection, because that's my dream and it's what makes me happy. What a journey this car has took me on. I've had so many ups and downs with the S3, and I've loved every single moment. Journey with the S3 isn't really coming to an end. What I mean by there's not really much more I can do with it is just that there's not really much more that I want to do with it. I've literally forged the engine, I've had a catastrophic engine failure experience, I've retrofitted so many things interior wise, I've got aftermarket exhaust systems, aftermarket wheels, I've gone through aftermarket brakes, I've gone through various different aftermarket suspensions, from coilovers to lowering springs to air suspension, now back to coilovers. I've gone through so much with this car and I've loved it, and this will always be my baby. Even though the car that I'm going to be revealing to you in, again, moments, please don't skip, by the way. Every time I drive this car, what I will say is it's an experience. It's very frantic. It is just an animal. It really is. I am going to be still making the videos in preparation for race wars, visiting Nathan at Aries Tuning again. I'll also be taking this car to Santa Pod, where Alicia can race it, and hopefully I'd like to take it abroad. We'll see how it does at race wars. And if you don't know and you're new to my channel, I've owned this S3 for 5 years. So I got this car in January 2020, and we are now in March 2025. So it's been a roller coaster of a journey. If you're in the market for an S3 or a Golf R, highly suggest getting one. Just make sure you get a well looked after one. Please do watch my videos, because hopefully I'd like to think that they would help you. So with that being said, let's now finally move on to the main topic of this video, and let me show you exactly what is going to be joining the S3 as part of my S3Ranj car collection. Right, here we go, let's do it. Welcome to my new baby, my new project, an Audi TT RS AS with a very infamous Dazzler engine. And let me know if that is what you was expecting, because I'm pretty sure not a lot of people would have expected that. So obviously I'm pretty sure the first thing that you can see is obviously it is crash damage. So this car is a category N, and we're going to get into it. We're going to basically do a walk around. Bearing in mind, I've had it delivered like 3 days ago, and I kid you not, I have not even done anything with it. I've not even properly looked at it. So today we're going to use the opportunity to look around the car and basically just, yeah, enjoy it for the first time together. So in addition to it being crash damaged, the car is finished in a beautiful Ara blue. So let me take the camera from the tripod and let's take a quick look around my new car. So like I said, this car is a category N car, and what I mean by category N is you have different categories in the UK, and I'm mentioning the UK because I think abroad it might be a little bit different. So in the UK, I believe you have Cat S, Cat N, Cat B, Cat U and Cat X. I could be totally wrong. Before we used to have Cat C and Cat D, but I believe they have now been replaced. Now Cat N basically means that there's damage to the exterior of the car, but it's non-structural. So Cat N basically means it's repairable, non-structural. So it's basically like a new bumper, a new fender, new rear quarter panel. It could be mechanical work. I'm really hoping that there's nothing wrong with that Dazzler engine. I'm praying, and we'll get into that again as well. So I bought this car from COPART, and I kid you not, I think I got a steal. I'm saying that now, but actually once we start assessing the damage, I might not say that, but I got this car for £12,400, because this car, not crash damage, on Auto Trader is just under £30,000. I could change my opinion and I could change my tone completely once I start assessing the damage and realizing how expensive it is. So I'll keep quiet for now. So this is the first time I've ever purchased a car like this. And what I mean by a car like this is a salvage car, so a car that's been involved in an accident. I've never dealt with COPART before, but I've been on the Facebook groups, and sometimes it's a bit of hit and miss. Sometimes people have bought a car that's Cat N, and then sometimes a logbook will come back, or the V5, and it'll say Cat S. Now I've just made my V62 application to get my V5 because the car didn't come with a V5. So as you can see there, it just said the letter X, and I believe the letter X indicates and symbolises that this car has basically come from an insurer, and you can also see there it says lost type accident. So I'm hoping that once my V5 comes back, everything checks checks out, everything's clear, there's no issues. Now for anybody who knows me, they'll know that I've had a love for TTs since my teenage years, and that's because my sister, my eldest sister, had TTs. So she had, I think, like 3 TTs, nothing special, just like regular TTs, not even TTSs, but I used to love them. And they used to be the 8J, so this is the 8S. And you know what's even crazy, and I was showing Alicia this, on my MacBook, when I used to have an iPhone back in 2017, 2018, I actually went to the Audi garage in Huddersfield. I went to see a black Audi TT RS 8S when it first came out, and I was like, you know what, Mum, one day I'm gonna get this. So I've got my lovely fiance Alicia helping me out with the filming, just whilst I assess the damage and kind of basically take you around the car, and we'll also get inside it too. So as you can see, we'll start off with the bonnet. Like I said, I don't know what type of accident this car was involved in, but the bonnet is definitely not salvageable at all. We're gonna have to get a new bonnet. I'd be really interested to understand whether this bonnet is the same as like a regular TTS or a regular TT bonnet, because I would definitely like to just get any bonnet, to be fair. But even if I could save this bonnet, I wouldn't want to. I just want to get a new bonnet for the sake of it. Badge, on the other hand, definitely can be saved. I think I'm going to remove that and just keep it just in case I need it. Now, opening the bonnet, as you can see, we've got the infamous Daza engine, and if you see here, we've got the engine code right here. It says Daz. Americans say Daza, we say Daza. Tomato, tomato, it doesn't really matter. So straight away you can see the engine cover is missing, something's missing there, the intake is missing, you know, as well, something's missing there. There's a lot of stuff that's loose. I mean, this looks really familiar because I've got this on my S3. I remember when I had to take the front bumper off on the rad pack when I was changing the intercoolers. This does look familiar. This is all literally just broken. That's why the bonnet, the latch and everything is just not working. You can see here, it's all kind of loose. There's no damage to the front crash bar, which is good. Because it's a cat end, structurally, there is no damage, which I'm really happy about. This is just a horn that's just basically loose, and it was just on the floor, to be fair. Got a couple of like cables here. I think these are all for the headlights, to be totally honest with you. Yeah, I think these are all to do with the headlights. I don't know what this one's for, to be honest. I actually don't know what this is for. Something's missing there too. That may be like fuel pump. Don't know, might be a fuel pump, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever kind of seen it, been this close to a Daza engine, really. So it's going to take a lot of getting used to. Obviously, it's a new car, so please do bear with me whilst I figure it all out. That looks like an intake pipe, and do you know what I've just noticed, Ali? It says Forge Motorsport. Someone's actually modified this car. Can you see that? It says Forge Motorsport there. So I don't know why the insurer have removed it, but they have. Now, I was really worried that there was no turbo, but I can see the downpipe, I can see the turbo just scattered there. Just there, you can see the turbo. So yeah, but it all looks okay. It all looks okay. You've got like the VIN plate thing that's just loose. I might just put that back in now, actually. I don't know what this is. I just found this now. It's a bit rusty. This looks like a bit of a, you know, like maybe the helps with the bonnet, like, you know, when the latch kind of opens. So, oh yeah, maybe it is. The most important thing for me on this car is that the engine is okay. I don't care about the bodywork. Like I said, structurally it's fine. I don't care about the front bumper. I don't care about the rear bumper. I don't care about the missing things. I can easily fix those. I've got loads of experience with kind of removing bumpers, putting them back on, all that malarkey. As long as the engine's okay, that's all I care about. Now, I'm going to quickly check the oil, even though the engine hasn't been started. But, sorry, I tell a lie, it hasn't been started today, but I don't know if COPART started this engine, but when the guy delivered the car, he did start the engine and there was a bit of a burning smell, and I'm assuming because there was no oil in the car, because I think as well, and if you come down, so this is the rad pack, so that's your radiator to my knowledge. And as you can see here, you've got these like intake hoses, and these actually should connect to an intercooler. So this car currently has no intercooler, and it was started. I'm really hoping that hasn't damaged the engine. If you've got any experience with the Daza engine, or even with this TTRS, please do let me know whether starting the engine without those missing parts for maybe a minute or two, just whilst getting the car in, is going to damage the engine. Please do let me know, because I think that's really important and I would like to know that. So you can see here there's also a couple of hoses that are just kind of loose, and I don't really know what they connect to as it stands. The wheels, huge, aren't they, Ali? They're massive. So what are these? So these are 20s, and we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, I'm so excited. I just keep going from, you know, one thing to the other. Another really concerning element to this engine being started is, one, I'm going to check the oil in a second, but there's no coolant in the coolant tank reservoir. As you can see, absolutely zero. Like I said, I'm really hoping the engine is okay. This engine has 66,000 miles on the clock. It does look overall decent. Obviously it's dirty, but that's fine. I mean, overall it does look decent. When I started it, there was no knocking or anything like that, which is really reassuring. It sounds really smooth nonetheless. Let's have a quick look at the oil. So there is a bit of oil in there. There's nowhere near enough. I'm going to quickly go get a kitchen roll, and then we're going to quickly see what the oil is like. But apart from that, engine-wise, I don't think there's really much else to cover. Right, so let's see. So weird, this one, isn't it, Ali? Compared to the ones we have. It's a lot thicker. That's good. Yeah. Don't you think? Yeah. It's shorter and thicker, it's stubbier. And yeah, let's get that back in. Yeah, I mean, there's hardly anything in there. There is oil in there, but absolutely hardly anything. It's at the min. It's at the min line. We'll do it again. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's absolutely fuck all in there. Sweet fuck all. Right. Right, now let's quickly make our way to the bottom of the car. So we're going to have a quick look. So what we can see, I can see this. Oh, okay, this was literally just loose. This seems like something to do with, you know, like washer fluid. That looks really familiar. It looks like something to do with washer fluid. Is that supposed to be a bit forward? Like the rad pack looks a bit like at an angle. I don't know. We've got to lose something there. I don't know. That's the only thing that I found which is loose underneath the car. Other than that, there's a lot of mud underneath, actually around where the sump is. I really need to get this car on, you know, our ramp, Sally, so then I can really get underneath it and have a proper look. But we'll do that maybe towards the back end of the video, maybe in the next video, we'll see. If there's anything you think I've missed with the engine bay, overlooked, please do pop into the comments box, just because I'd like some help, given I've never worked on a car like this before. It's something totally new, and yeah, I need all the help I can get ultimately. So front fenders, there's a dent in the passenger side one here, a couple of scratches. Calipers look absolutely fine. Brake disc rusty. I can imagine that's very normal with a car that's just probably just been parked up. Overall, the wheel looks absolutely fine. So you've got the 20-inch silver rotors. I think that's what they call it, the turbine rotors. 255, 30, 20. So they're quite wide actually, the 255s. I don't know if there's a staggered or if the same tyres everywhere. I've just noticed here that these are silver, which basically indicates that it's got a tyre pressure monitoring system, which is an additional extra, an optional extra in these cars and in most Audis. I'd like to think, yeah, powerful in mirrors from what I saw. You've got a dent there, a couple of scratches. Stuff like that I'm not really too bothered about, because I know paint is going to be one thing I'm going to have to look into. We'll go into the inside of the car very soon. Again, curb marks, curb rash all around the wheels. I'm not really too concerned about that. The rear of the car actually looks okay. All the kind of bumper bracket guides look to be in place. There's no damage to them. You've got your parking sensors, which are just loose. The rear crash bar looks absolutely fine. I think those kinks are normal because they're even on both sides. Black tips. I love how big the exhaust tips are. This actually has the RS Sports exhaust, which is awesome. You've got your spoiler, which is cool. You've got your third brake light. You've got the TTRS. And again, this is all fine. The rear is fine. Wouldn't you agree, Ali? Like, it actually looks decent. So this car has Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's all around. This is the only, and I thought, you know, I could salvage it. I wouldn't have to buy new tyres. There's a gash somewhere here.
It's right there, Ranj.
No, there's a chunk of the tyre missing there, but there's another gash somewhere, and also you can see, oh, that's wood, that. There's a piece of wood that's just lodged itself between the wheel and the tyre there, and that's maybe what's caused the gash and the chunk there. So I don't know what accident this has been causing. Do you think this is salvageable? Because the actual tyre doesn't seem to be flat. You know, the paint and the kind of like plastic's just worn out over time. Otherwise, obviously you're going to get dents everywhere. This is super cool. I love the fuel cap. A lot of damage here to do with this door, but you know, like I said, paint I'm just gonna have to get rectified. There's a dent there too that I noticed. I don't know what happens. Evidently the damage happened on the driver's side in Ali, because you can see the damage here on the bonnet, and it's basically aligned with the damage on this side, because you can see this wing mirror has just basically been, I mean, I retrofitted my power folding mirrors. I can't recall anything looking like that, so I don't know what on earth has happened there. I mean, that is just next level. Like, whatever has hit that has hit it really well. So, yeah, windscreens are actually fine, which I'm really happy about. Overall, top of the car, rear windscreen's fine. Let's have a look at the boot very quickly. Do you want to have a look, Ali? Opens fine as well, which is awesome. Big boot. Big boot. Let's have a look. So the battery in these cars are based in the rear of the cars. Ooh, hello. So we've got tow eye. We've got the wheel locking nut, you've got your battery, don't know what that is. You've got your little jack, you've got one of these, haven't you, Ali? Tyre pressure thing, tyre air thing, something to do with the air, like filling up the air and whatnot. Ugh. So welcome to the inside of my TTRS. You know what's really funny? Alicia doesn't like TTs. Oh, she didn't like TTs. And I always say, oh, I love TTs, Alan. She's like, oh, it's such a girl's car, blah, blah, blah. I thought, what, even the TTRS? Like, are you mad? Like, it's TTRS, yeah? And she's like, oh, yeah, but it's still good. As soon as she sat in this car, she's like, wow. Never seen that excitement in my S3 ever, in the entirety of owning it. As soon as she sat in this, wow, it's amazing. I love it. You know, can I drive it and stuff like this? And do you know what?
The hairdresser's car.
Right, you're not driving it now. Apologise.
Yes, I am.
You know.
You're fixing it for me.
So yeah, she loves the car. What do you like about it the most? Albeit, obviously, it is crashed, so you can't really appreciate it.
It's cute, isn't it? It's nice.
It does feel like a sports car, doesn't it? It does feel sporty, doesn't it?
I'm excited because I know it's not modified and it's not getting modified for a long time. So as soon as it's fixed, I'm driving it.
Oh, she thinks.
It will be.
No, that she thinks you think that it's not going to get modified for a while.
It won't be.
If anybody who has hay fever, we're going to be friends because it's horrible. So anyway, let's talk about the interior. Absolutely no problems. And I don't know how I've got away with that, but there's absolutely, apart from one little bit, there's absolutely no problems with the interior. The interior is actually really good. So you've got your flat bottom steering wheel, Alcantara on the side. And you know what I've noticed straight away, Ali? You know, I've got Alcantara steering wheel, yeah, but mine was retrofitted. The Audi quality Alcantara is so different.
Yeah, I know, I thought that too.
Like, it feels really tight and really, like, you know, this top quality, whereas the one I've got from Royal, like, it just shows you the difference between OEM and non-OEM, like, it's crazy. So what I was looking at, and I'll show you the spec list, everybody, this car used to have a smoker's package, so, and it does smell of smoke, doesn't it, a little bit?
I didn't know there was such thing as a smoker's package in a car. I thought that was really old school now. Yeah,
so I think whoever had this car may have smoked.
Like
I think
cigarette lights.
Yeah, cigarettes. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just I don't know. Maybe I've got that wrong. But anyway, do you know what I really love about the steering wheel? It's a start-stop. It feels so cool. Like that's what the R8 has, which is absolutely awesome. I'll do that in a second. But yeah, overall, very minimal. So you don't have any screens. The only screen you have is a virtual cockpit. Ooh. So wait for the Christmas tree to come up. So as you can see, an array of lights, safety system fault, coolant low, turn engine off, blah, blah, blah. The engine's not on, I've just turned the ignition on, but I don't know if that's one of the same thing. Flat tyre, adaptive headlight fails, rear adaptive headlights failed. Obviously, there's no headlights in the car, so obviously that's why it's saying that. But you know what my favourite feature about this car is? Guys, I didn't know this and I didn't expect it. So I know some TTRSs come with the electric super sport seats, and I know it's quite a rare option. I got into the car, right, and I was like, oh my God, Ali, it's got electric seats, fully electric. And then even further surprise, so these electric seats have a memory function. As soon as you get into the car, everything that you've done on the prior drive, basically kind of those settings kind of prevail and kind of come back. It's just absolutely awesome. But yeah, overall, interior is absolutely fine. There's no damage to the seats, actually really well taken care of. It's a bit dirty, but other than that, it's absolutely fine.
I want to sit in the back.
You want to sit in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, go on, you sit in the back and we can show people like whether a TT is a functional car. So go on, Ali. So Alicia, push the seat forward, the electrics.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're now electric, now we're posh now, yeah, we're premium out here. Look at that. I don't know if that's... Oh, look at that, that is absolutely awesome. Actually, we don't even have front parking sensors. I don't think this one does either, it's only got rear parking sensors. Although it does have parking assist.
That carpet's quite clean. Compared to my
overall,
car.
the car's clean.
Right,
and then
now
there's a lever there, so just pull that lever.
What, this one?
Yeah, pull it.
Oh, so that's not electric?
No, that's not, it's not like the Porsche, no.
Because the Porsche was like that, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. So go on, get in. Yeah, it's just dirty. Overall, it is just dirty. Let me know if there's anything in the cabins at the back, Ali.
Okay.
And then push.
Stone, there's a twig.
What is this? Stone and a twig. No, I'm alright. How do you feel? It's bigger than the Porsche, I can tell already.
Head's all the way by the glass, is that safe? It's
I don't know.
If anyone was taller than me, they would be able to sit here.
And you know what else is really interesting about the steering wheel? Whoever owned this car did take care of it. Even though it's got 6 owners, I'm the 7th owner, it has been taken care of, because you know what? There's not one bit of stitching and no damage to the steering wheel, and the seats in general, which I'll show you in a second, again, no damage. If you have a look at the gearbox lever where you can see the Alcantara, again, no damage. I don't know what this is, I found this. There is a bit of damage there, like something that's missing, like on this little thing. There's 5p that somebody kindly left me, so I'll get some penny sweets later with that. I'll make sure I treat myself. You can see there, sports exhaust button there to open and close the valves, I'm assuming. So unfortunately it doesn't have an upgraded B&O sound system, which is really annoying. But it'd be interesting to see and hear what this actually sounds like. These seats are sick. Ali, how would you compare these seats to the M4 ones?
Oh, way better. Like, at least they're flat on the bottom.
No, but
the ones
aren't
that
they
downwards, didn't they?
You know the Super Sport seats in my car? Okay, these are actually proper next level.
Yeah.
So let me get my phone and I'll quickly go through the spec list of this car. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, that's cool as well. When you turn the car on and off, it's got this entry noise. I think that's part of the optional extra, but let me get my... All right, you ready? Audi TTRS Coupe, exterior colour, Ara blue, crystal effect. Interior colour, seat upholstery, black, rock grey, dashboard, black, carpet, black, headline in black. Optional equipment, exterior, sports exhaust system, matte aluminium styling package, exterior mirrors, power adjustable, heated and folding, auto dimming on both sides. Infotainment without online service, not sure what that means. Interior equipment, storage and luggage compartment package. Don't know what that means, Ali. Do you think like we should have got something with it, like the Porsche stuff?
No.
Cigarette lighter and ashtray.
Yeah, we've seen a cigarette lighter at the front.
Oh, is that what that is? No, but
It was in
there,
here, sorry.
but it's missing. Anyway, seats. This is a really cool bit. Power seat adjustment with pneumatic adjustment of the seat backrest bolsters for both front seats. Don't know what that means. Sounds extremely fancy. Awesome. Technology and safety. Hold assist. Top speed increase to 280 km/h. Wheels and tyres. Cast alloy wheels. 7-spoke rotor style. 9J by 20 with 255/30 R20 tyres. So 9J is quite wide. Bearing in mind the wheels on my S3, the OZs, are 8.5J, so these are 9J. So if I go for aftermarket wheels in the future, I'm going 10J raggo. Other operating permit alteration. Refrigerant 134A. Introductory volume, which is a you know, when you come into the car, I think that's what that is. Increasing initial standard fuel filling, like a bigger tank. Complete protective cover made to measure system. So I think this car came with a cover from Audi.
We didn't get it.
I think I should ask if the owner of this car's on here, like, give me the cover. If by chance the previous owner of this vehicle is watching this video, or whoever is watching this video and you own this vehicle at one point and you got the cover for this car, please give me it. I would highly appreciate it and I want it. And also, let me know what actually happened, like, how did you crash the car? This is now standard equipment, obvious things, 4-wheel drive, 7-speed automatic transmission, DQ500, start-stop system, blah, blah, blah. Larger rear spoiler, didn't even know that was a thing. Left exterior mirror, convex. Parking aid plus, LED headlamps, LED rear combination lamps, without headlamp washer system, without wind deflector, side and rear windows in heat insulating glass. Comfort automatic air conditioning system. That was actually option. I read that was an optional extra. It's really weird. Without neck heating, or Ali, you could have done with that. RS Sports suspension. Oh, and another optional extra is tire pressure monitoring system. So that means I think I can get the bar pressure and kind of overall heat in the tyres on this virtual cockpit. So it tells you exactly what pressures the tyres are running as you're driving, at least so that live data. I think. So I really do hope you enjoyed my big surprise and my big reveal of my new car. I'm so excited to have this car. Like I said, it honestly is a proper mini dream come true. I cannot wait to fix it, get it on the road, and I've got so many future plans for this car. You know, one day I will start meddling with it, you know, changing things around, adding carbon, changing the wheels and whatnot. I'm maybe not going to kind of modify the engine for a little while, just because I just want to enjoy the car whilst it's not modified and not have that headache of kind of doing things. But aesthetics wise, I'm definitely going to get into. I really hope you enjoy this video. If I've missed anything, if you've got any questions, anything that's helpful, if you were the previous owner, if you understand how this car got into an accident, pop it all into the comments box please below. Please do make sure you drop a like, and if you're new, please do stick around, share my videos, please support me. We're now kind of embarking on this journey of fixing this Audi TTRS 8S and getting it back on the road. Now in the interim between now and the next video, I'm going to start ordering service parts. So I've already got an oil filter, cabin filter, I've even got the oil for this car, I've even got coolant too. Some things have been delivered, some things I'm still waiting on, and in the next video we'll have the sole purpose of seeing whether the engine starts and whether it runs and whether it's losing oil, whether it's losing coolant, whether there are any leaks, and see how it's looking underneath too. Alright, so till next time and until the next video, please do make sure you take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.